Hey guys, I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach, and a lot of people out there asking, who is Coach Burt? I saw Coach Burt speak at 10X. I see him speaking at the 8% Nation Tour. I see him doing things with Brad Lee and Matt Monero and Grant Cardone. Who is this guy? Well, I would tell you this. From the time I was 6 years old, I've been coaching people. When I knew at a very early age that I was destined to take people from a lower level resource to a higher level of productivity. See, I believe coaching is engaging people in a set of systematic behaviors that allow them to do something tomorrow they simply cannot do today. So my whole life, I've been coaching people. That started at 15 years old as a junior pro basketball coach. And then at 18, I went back to my small elementary school and became a head coach of an elementary team. Then at 19, I went to the second largest high school in Tennessee as an assistant. I quickly worked my way up to becoming the head coach and spent 9 years as the head coach building a powerhouse basketball program. But in the interim, I was learning business tactics. I was studying the greatest business minds in the world, the Dr. Stephen Covey and the Jim Collins and the Peter Senge and all the great business minds. And I was incorporating business into my coaching. Pretty soon I began to write books on these concepts about how we were engineering people to win by using the whole person theory, the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. People began to ask me to come out and speak to their company. I'd go out and speak to their company. Then they'd say, hey, will you stay and coach our team? Will you come back? Now remember, I'm over here winning championships, building a high school basketball program. I'm writing books. And so I had no intention of coaching adults. I had no intention of building Monster Producer. I had no intention of building a multi-million-dollar coaching company. All I wanted to do was win championships. But here's what happened. When I began to study psychology and how to get people to a much higher frequency in their life, I began to learn that there was a crossover between the boardroom and the locker room. Is that I could coach teams or I could coach businesses. And I began to think like an entrepreneur. So at 31 years old, I retired from athletics. By this time, I had written 4 books. I began to speaking all over the country. I retired from the one thing I had known, and I started a coaching company. And over the last 10 years, we've been coaching entrepreneurs, small business owners, anybody out there in the world, sales professionals who want to grow at a rapid rate. At first, it was just companies. I was the coach of entire companies, small business, medium-sized business, billion-dollar businesses. And then individuals began to ask me, like, how can I become coached by you as an individual? Which prompted me to start Monster Producer, my big entrepreneurial coaching program that now has over 600 people in there. All we do all day, every day is wake up and coach people. That's it. We create products and services that help people perform at a much higher level, monster levels. We're about to release an app. We're about to release a Monster Nation tour. We're about to release a store, a Monster store. Every day, I wake up and I say, how do we do it? We're about to release Monster in a box on a USB stick. So every day, I'm waking up trying to figure out how to get you to a much higher frequency in your life, how to take your lower level research to a higher level of productivity, how to coach you through systems and structures and process. Listen, it's important who's coaching you. You have to have an affinity and a belief system that lines up with your coach. It's one thing to watch people on videos. It's one thing to read people's books. It's another thing to be personally coached monthly by a person who is studying the best people in the world, disseminating that information, sharing it in easy ways that you can go apply to get a 30, 40, 50% increase in your business. That's who Coach Burt is. I believe in long obedience in the same direction. I believe those who have a coach earn 3 and 4 times the amount of money than those that don't. I believe you can't see the picture when you're inside the frame. I believe in prospecting 2 hours a day. I believe in using a selling system. I believe in 7 touches on the follow-up. I believe in 5.7 referrals. And I also believe in helping you become a person of interest that attracts business to you versus have to chase it. That's who Coach Burt is. At my core, I'm a coach. My burning desire right now is to become America's coach, the #1 coach in America, and then the #1 coach in the world. Other people are writing books, doing videos, but they're not coaching people. They're not showing up every month, month after month after month, eyeball to eyeball, belly to belly, in the boat with you, helping you get to a much higher frequency in your life. And I would match what we're doing versus anybody on planet Earth. It ain't a 3-day event, it's a 1-year event. Every month in your life and in your face. That's what I believe, and that's who Coach Burt is.